In this video, we will look at the carbon cycle and the nitrogen cycle. So before we dive into the cycle itself, let's try and consider these 6 questions. So pause the video and try and answer these ones. Okay, so here are your answers. Have another pause of the video and read through. Okay, so the carbon cycle itself, plants take in carbon dioxide because they really need to for photosynthesis. So through photosynthesis, plants make glucose and other substances. Okay, we know that already. So when animals eat the plants, they use some of the carbon containing compounds to grow. So really all living organisms on Earth are carbon based, and it all has to do with this carbon cycle. So organisms, they gain their carbon from the materials that they eat. Some carbon containing compounds are used to release energy by respiration. So this is the carbon cycle itself. Now, there are lots of components to it, but it's basically looking at what is happening with for example, the carbon in plants, the carbon in animals, the cars producing carbon, fossil fuels, organic waste, everything. Okay, so it's looking at all of these together. Now, what you can probably notice is that the plant over here will respire, producing carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere. It uses the carbon dioxide itself for photosynthesis. Okay, the cow or the animals eats the carbon. Okay, now there is carbon inside of the animal. When the cow dies, the carbon is in the form of organic waste. Okay, sometimes that forms fossil fuels, which can then be used to produce cars, used to make the fuel for cars, which are then burnt, combustion, producing carbon dioxide. Okay, so the whole process itself is quite important. The main point here I want to make is the decomposers. Now, the decomposers is where we're looking at microbes, so aerobic and anaerobic bacteria and fungi. So they would use carbon in organic wastes and actually respire to produce carbon dioxide. So that's the main point you need to know. Okay, so have a go at this. So write a sentence about how microorganisms are used in the carbon cycle. Right, so what we'll do is we'll focus now on the nitrogen cycle. So nitrogen cycle, again, has lots of parts to it, but basically we can see here that we've got denitrifying bacteria. So bacteria itself can actually take some of the nitrates from the soil to produce nitrogen. So the nitrogen in the air can use lightning to produce nitrates. Nitrates are used by the plants. Animals will then eat those plants and then have nitrogen inside of them. Again, animals will die or they will produce waste, and that can form ammonia, and then the ammonia is converted into nitrates by denitrifying bacteria. Okay, so the main point here is focusing on the bacteria, the denitrifying bacteria. They convert nitrates into nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas from the air is fixed, which basically means it's turned into nitrates. Okay, and that is the end of the video. This is what we will focus in the next video.